Hey, my cannonballs. We're back for a short, quick second. When I hit that live button, it's something I done seen. Hmm. It's hurting. My back is hurting. But yes, indeed. So, you guys, I've been seeing a couple of newcomers. Yes, a couple of these new, seem like some of these people has been subs or whatever. Yeah, let's sub. My thing is, when it comes to these new people that come out here and they want to do commentary about the people that's actually making commentary, it's like y'all are really feeding off the backs of others. Honestly, y'all are. Me personally, really a lot of their commentary is not that interesting. It seemed a little bit boring, rushed, and just not really needed. But I don't understand how some of these people can be kind of like getting and subscribers. Me personally, I could not just be look. I'm not finna go down no goddamn list about this person and that person and this person and that person and this person and that person because I haven't because of my views of what I'm seeing. I just can't do all that. I'm not finna do that. How about you? How about you hold a show? Okay, hold a show and talk about something different outside of the beef sector. Some of these people don't look. I feel like some of these folks don't even have that gift of grab. They really don't. And I have always noticed that some folks just don't got it. They have to be coached. And I feel like if you have to be coached with doing these type of things, you probably don't need to do it because you probably haven't picked up the formula. But for the ones that have picked up the formula, for me, the way that they go about it, it seems very very like kind of I don't know how to put it. It just seemed kind of like two faced. It like you probably are with it in when you see when you probably are with it with the with the whatever viewing on whoever channel, but all of a sudden when you see something that you don't like, oh my goodness, whether it's a he or a she, you guys are just terrible. And I feel like it is what it is when it comes to this type of stuff. I mean, really, nothing is off guards. Look, they'll talk about your dead ones, your dead loved ones, their kids, your Grammys, your mammies. It is what it is. So there's no need to be all sensitive when it comes to certain things that you are hearing. It is what it is. You can choose it. Now you can choose to be like that, but you also can choose to be how you are doing your things over there at that well really on your channel. Which me personally, I don't find a lot of the newcomers that interesting at all. I feel like they are just trying to find their way. And some of them are finding their way, but look, but it's the way off. If it's the way off of somebody else's back. If you ask me, it is. Like it is. I find it funny, and I find it how people can just they can just get a large following, basically just doing the bare minimum. You know, if you got a problem with this and you got a problem with that, then why are you even entertaining in it? You know, this is the beef sector. It still feels funny saying that sometimes because in my eyes, I feel like it's really not a sector. It's just we all are doing the same thing, but some people just may disagree with certain things that is being said over here. Hell, but at the same time, you have people that have problems with what is being said over here, but they want to go back to their channel and make commentary about it. I don't get it. I don't get it. You're trying to come off of you're trying to come up off of somebody else's back, and by doing your things and having your little bits and pieces of, you know, clips and comment, well, your bits and clips of or bits and pieces of clips, and also having your opinion. And it's, I would say it could be valid, but in certain cases, I feel like 90% of the time, a lot of people don't really give a damn about it. Which is why I'm so glad that some of them are dying off. I'm so grateful because it's like they don't have else to talk about besides the ones that are being bold and that are making videos and that has a large following. See, and so therefore they have to, be in attendance, so they can have something on their channel, which is just, I would want, look, me personally, I would not want to operate like that at all. Mm-mm. I wouldn't. I want to come on here and hell, go live. Look, for doing pre-recorded videos. Pre-recorded videos are so. Mm, some years ago. It's for me. It's late. Now I can see if you don't have the options to go live, I can understand that. But when you have reached a certain amount of subscribers, it's best to just do something live. And all this editing and stuff. That's fine too, but do it like how we do it. You know, a lot of folks have a lot of opinions about what we do over here, but get behind the camera. It's our, I love the fact that people can show their face, but can you hold can you hold a large audience? We see people on here holding a large audience after the fact they done uploaded a pre-recorded video, but can you do it live? I like watching things live and live in color. I don't really too much care for the replays because I like to be there in at look in real time. I love being in places in real time. Honestly, I do. I really, really do. But yeah, when I see certain people like that on here, and they got to make commentary, oh my goodness, it seems like you ain't got nothing else better to do but to watch other folks, and then you want to get back on your channel and you want to say this and say that, like you're really doing something, but you ain't doing you're not doing enough. You're not doing enough. Please get out of here. Maybe that's just the person that I am. I don't know. Maybe I'm just feeling like this because it took a lot of hard work to get here. It really did. It took a lot of long nights and early mornings and willing to get behind the camera and show certain things. And then when you see people that's get on here and they get all up, like look, they speed up to 1,000 quick, fast, and hurry, and all of a sudden they feel like they have the right to say this and the right to say that, which they do. But at the same time, you ain't paved the way for nobody. Okay, well, look, we walked so you can run. Okay, snap out of it. Shout out to all the people that walked for some of these niggas out here can run with look by going on their channel so they can do some goddamn commentary. Shout out to them people. I'm just saying. It's the truth. Oh, my back hurt. My back is hurting again. Oh my goodness. Hey, slangy girl. Hey, Alderman. Hold on. I think it's Alderman. Yeah. What's up, Alderman? Let me say your whole name. It's Alderman Fred. Is it Davis? Alderman. I think I got that right. I think I was saying your name wrong the last time I seen you. But yeah, I just don't be appreciating those newcomers coming around in here, thinking that they can just try to make something, really make new orders, or really demand new orders out around here. Like, please get out of here. We don't need too many of you guys around here like that anymore. But at the end of the day, it won't be. I feel like this sector this quote unquote sector, I don't know how long it's gonna last, but if it lasts, it lasts. But I feel like it's kind of dying on down. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think a lot of folks is just kind of just getting tired of the same old stuff. So therefore, you got to go back into doing the things that you were doing before you started all of this stuff. And I have been in stuff on venturing out and just really cutting a lot of the cussing videos, to keeping them at a bare minimum because it's about peace. I don't. It's only so much I can take of it, and it's only so much I want to listen to certain people's voices. Like, especially the ones that I know that don't like me. So it's like, there's no need to support your channel anymore. I'm just gonna stay on my channel, and I'm gonna do what I do over here, whether they come or not. I enjoy having a smaller audience. I don't need all those people in my room for. I just ramble. I don't talk about anything, just really seriously, whether it was serious, and I don't take this stuff so seriously at all. It's just something that I do, and it's something that I enjoy doing, and we that's where we're gonna keep it at. Yes, indeed. That's where we're gonna keep it at. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. But you guys, I haven't really been enjoying. I had a nice weekend. I really enjoyed myself. I really did. I took some time for myself and took myself out and just did some things. And then I was able well, I've been breaking down some walls, you guys. I've been kind of just, being friendly. Well, not friendly, but you know, venturing out and talking to people. And I'm happy that I'm able to make some new relationships on the way. Now, I don't know if you will see these. I don't know if you will see some of these people, but you probably will. I don't know. It depends. But it's just friends. It's no one, sleeping around and like that. It's just making friends, and I'm glad that I'm able to still make friends with different races, because it's something new to me. But I love it. I love it. I feel comfortable, and I'm looking forward to new beginnings and meeting new people. Because I'm getting tired of the old ones. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm getting tired of the old ones. A lot of the old ones been getting on my damn nerves, and then they also been showing me certain signs that I'm just so clairvoyant, and I just have that strong spirit of discernment, where it makes me feel like, man, I guess our season has came to a complete end or a halt, because I don't feel like you are really a friend, and this year has told me, it has taught me, because people have told me how they truly felt, but it has taught me that when these people, when these people tends to walk out for the time being in your life, hey, it is what it is. Take it for what it is. There's no need for clarity. It is what it is. People are going to come and go, and you just have to continue to do you. And that's what I'm going to continue to do, me, baby. I ain't, look, I'm not backpedaling. I'm not backpedaling trying to get back to nobody life that has walked away from me. You know, I promise you, I don't even want people. I look, past relationships with people that I was friends with, you know, um, like even in high school, I don't really want to communicate with these people anymore. I mean, with those individuals anymore. I feel like, hey, it was what it was, and yeah, I kind of want to keep you out of my zone, because since I know you and you know how since you know me, well, I guess, well, some of them doesn't know the real me, well, the new me, but since they know of me, I don't want them intertwining with the new me, and what and how I operate and how I live my life, because I don't want those energies around me. Mm-mm. I'm very very look, I'm being very very ouch, very very protective over my energy. Yes, indeed, because I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with the old drama stuff. I don't want to deal with the old personalities. It's just like, ugh, cool. I ain't look. One thing about me, you guys, I have not shedded a tear since I have lost a few friendships. I have not shedded a tear at all. Because, honestly, I feel like if you really want to be my friend and you may have had an issue with me and you didn't want to talk to me anymore, or you may have put me on timeout, you know, or you just to cut it out so quick, for me, that lets me know that you weren't willing to even try to work out an issue or a situation. So therefore, hey, you just have to go. You chose to walk out, and that's okay. And I totally accept it. I totally take it for what it is. There's no need for me to be, you know, all huffy and puffy and mad and constantly thinking about a friendship. Hey, they come and they go. But at the end of the day, it's not going to ruin, you know, my moods or really, really whatever I may have going on for me. You know, the only thing I can just say, hey, wish you the best, and you know, hey, have a nice life. That's all I can say. I don't have any evil. I don't have any bad things to say about anybody that has decided to walk away from me this year. Which was this week. It was very, very this year was very very telling, and I'm I'm not shocked, but I'm kind of just like, wow. I feel like I'm changing, because usually the old me would have been kind of upset. The old me would have been kind of like, damn, why? Why can't we can't why can't we work it out? Or why can't you pick up the phone, or I call, or can I look, am I gonna be able to get through? I would have had all those type of questions, but now, you know, I don't know what has come upon me, but I'm at a point where I just don't care. I really don't. And some people may say I do care, but I don't care at all. I don't. You know, I feel like, if you have made that decision in your life to leave me alone, leave me alone. I'm used to it anyways because, you know, me when I was in my 20s, I was meeting people a lot, and I didn't. They didn't say look. They did not stick around for very long, let alone a date. So I think by me going through that and experience certain emotions with that, it has kind of helped me speed it up now in the 30s to kind of don't even sweat. You don't even have to sweat it. You don't even have to sweat it at all. Because a lot of the times, people come around you for their own. What is it? What is it? I forgot. I forgot the name of the word, but they basically come around you to kind of soak up some of your energy because they are feeling kind of just not like themselves. But once they are all the way well, they'll just toss you right on back out there as if you didn't do anything for them. And it's so sad that I have had people around me like that I really thought that was cool, and I I had allowed people to stay in where I resign at and feed them my food, and it's just like to get a slap in the face, like wow. Mm. It just lets me know I have to tighten up on how much I'm willing to help you know people that I consider a friend in certain ways because I can't give you all of me. And that's one of my main focus. You know, I can try to be a help in a certain in certain ways, but I would be a damn fool if I ever will allow myself to pour so much of myself into a person trying to help them, and I'm not receiving none of it back, which was a sucky ass feeling. But we live and we learn, and I'm living and I'm learning, baby. I got a lot of look. I got a lot of learning to do. I wish I could take it back to school, but it is what it is. It's what it is. Oh my goodness. Mm-mm-mm. It's time for me to go to sleep. It is time for me to go to sleep. But you guys got to look. You guys, y'all need some tape over your cameras. Please get some tape underneath your cameras. I know I'm so now. Please get some tape underneath your cameras because you guys, no one needs to see how you're living. No one needs to see how you're living. No one needs to see how you're living. My goodness, you guys gotta stop doing that. No one should see. Oh my, your living quarters. No. Now don't get me wrong. I can be a little bit of a slob, but you won't know it when you won't see it. But at the same time, I'm not nasty. I just put, I have a pile for clothes and you know and other things. But I don't live in filth. I can't live in filth. Living in filth is just so uncomfortable to me. Oh my goodness. That was embarrassing to see. But you know what? Mistakes happen. I don't know if that was a mistake from what I did. I seen a video today. I was just shocked. But I'm like, my goodness, you guys, please get some tape for your phones. Or better yet, do like me. I'm behind a black screen with better yet, or an avatar. Try to find a way where you can just put your phone somewhere where it's not showing anything but a white wall, or maybe just all black. So you don't get yourself, put out there on Front Street like that. Because when once you get caught, you know, with your living quarters living well, with your living quarters looking like it is looking, you're gonna be reliving that over and over again. Just like I have to relive certain things over and over again that I did on here, which I'm at this point, I really don't care about it because it happened, and no one's who harps on things. I mean, I'm just speaking for me, but I don't really harp on things like that. I look when anything big that may have happened on here and that you guys seen, I'm not looking back on that. It has. I have moved past that. With anything. With anything. Whether I came on here a little intoxicated, and I had a lot of times where I was intoxicated. A lot of times I was a little bit kind of throw it off, but you know, hey, it's what it is. People, they know about that. They seen that, and that was not a good look. But hey, you just when you know better, you do better. But some of you guys got to know better and not turn that damn camera on the wrong side because it will show everything. It will show all of I'm so glad that I wasn't, I haven't got that damn low or lazy to want to have an episode like that, you know. But things happen. Things happen. Unfortunately, they do. Oh my goodness. Oh. Mm-mm-mm. But you guys, I found out some good news today. I'm getting some glasses. I wish I had. Well, I wish I could get some surgery done, but I don't know if that's gonna even happen. But I'm getting some glasses for my eyes. I just hope that whatever is going on with my eyes, it don't. I don't want to speak it out there, but I'm gonna keep it real because I'm gonna be transparent with you guys. I don't want to go BLIND. Okay, I don't want to go there. I don't want. I don't want to have that on me. And I just gotta keep praying and really eating my carrots because carrots. It helps with vision. So eat your carrots, you guys, because you have strong vision by eating carrots. So I am excited about that, but I'm not excited about. I'm not excited about still having a little bit of blurry vision. I'm not excited about that. I wish they could get me underneath the knife, but they might get me underneath the knife if I have to go. I may go back. I think they're gonna call me because I got to do some most. I got to handle some more appointments because I told you guys I've been kind of doing some just being a young adult and just handling my business instead of putting things off because I'm such a procrastinator. It's ridiculous. I can just have my mind set to do one thing, and all of a sudden, I'm putting it to the side, and I'm focusing my attention on other things. And I wish I have got to stop doing that. I have got to stop doing that. I gotta make sure I get things done in that order. So once it's all completed, I can move on. I can move on to the next task because having multiple tasks around, that's not good. It's like are you gonna you can't do two things at once. You gotta just pick one. Pick one, choose one hoe. That's all. Like how I always say, pick one, choose one hoe. You know, you gotta pick one, choose one. And I gotta be more in order with things like that. Because I'm tired of always putting things to the side. I've been like this since a kid. Well, really in high school, but yeah, teenager. Yeah, I've been like that a long time, and I gotta try to change that. Hell, look, I was even like when I was doing caregiving, for my family. You guys, I'd be like, I mop it when I get to it. I let 2 or 3 days go by, and all of a sudden, it done got worse. I'm like, oh my goodness. Yeah, that's how I used to be. But I was out partying a lot at the time, so therefore, I had that option. I can just wake up and if I wanted to clean that day, I can clean that day. If I didn't want to clean that day, I didn't want it. I didn't have to. You know, I had a lot of options, but those options have changed. But yeah. But you guys, I didn't want anything. I didn't want anything. I just seen some crazy things on the YouTube screen, baby. On the YouTube screen. That I'll be like, you guys again. But it's good to see a few faces, familiar faces. It is. It's good to see a few familiar faces. But you guys, I don't have too much else to talk. Well, I don't have a lot to talk about. I'm trying to see if there's anything else in the news. Um, um oh, no, I don't want to talk about that. No, I can't talk about that. Mm. Oh, I know one thing I can't talk about. Okay, so you guys, I was looking at something on Instagram, and it was basically telling people how to what was it again? I think it was basically telling people how to kind of like cut it off with somebody that you don't like. Me personally, I don't have to do that. I don't look. Only thing I can do, I don't have to talk to you. I will ignore you, and hopefully you can pick up the signs. You know, it's not that hard to figure out that if I don't want to talk to you anymore, you'll know. I don't need to have a conversation with you. I don't need to go out with you. I don't need to send a long ass paragraph. You know, look, ignoring somebody says a whole lot. You know, it says a whole lot. And if you're not able to pick that up, what else? I mean, what else? What else can you or I tell you? I mean, what like I don't know what to tell nobody that. I mean, I don't know what to tell anybody. I won't you? Yeah, I just don't. I don't pick up the phone, baby. I don't pick up the phone, baby. That's how you do it. They was making it so difficult. Like, I don't know how to tell this person, and I really like this person, and I don't want to hurt them. Well, you're gonna hurt them. Hell, haven't you been hurt, Bubba? Shit, I done been hurt. I done been hurt a few times, but hell, it was what it was. I got over it. Yeah, it won't be the first, and it ain't gonna be the last. Shit, what's wrong with telling? What's wrong with keeping it real with a motherfucker? Just say, hey, I don't want you. What's wrong with telling the motherfucker that? Shit, I tell him in a heartbeat. I'm so glad that I am so glad that I can be blunt in those areas. Yes, indeed, because I don't want to lie to nobody. I will tell you. If I want you, I want you. If I don't want you, I don't want you. You know. And all that lovey dovey shit. Don't start that with me. That's the quickest way to get me away from around you. Mm-mm. I'm running to the hills. No, look. Anytime somebody try to do all that lovey dovey stuff in the beginning, mm-mm, that's a no go for me. I don't like that shit. Go on. Go on, don't do me like that. Mm-mm. But it's all about the chemistry, Cause what I'm saying? Because when I had chemistry with a few people before, you know, the lovey-dovey stuff came sort of towards the middle a little bit. But no, I'm lying. It did kind of come in the beginning a little bit, but I knew how far to go with it because I know I learned from my mistakes from doing that in the past. But yeah, now, nope, not doing it. I don't want to look. I don't want to give anybody mixed signals. So therefore, you got to keep it real. It's that simple. I don't know why those people was really asking questions like that. Like, y'all don't know how to break up. Y'all don't know how to cut it off with somebody that you ain't feeling. Shit, cut this shit off. Cut it off. Because the more that you lean, the more that you don't cut it off, you're just gonna lead. You're just gonna be leading them on, and they're gonna be feeling in their heart like, oh, I still got hope. Hope where? In your dreams. Hoping that you can reach your dreams. Not with me though. I'm just saying. hmm It ain't that hard. If anybody out there having any hard, the shit, decisions making, on cutting somebody off, baby, it ain't that simple. I mean, it ain't that hard. It is so simple. Just cut it off. Shit. Do what you got to do for you. hmm I promise you will feel so. I promise you'll feel so much better. You will feel so much better. But when it comes to the one that you love, shit, let them know. Let them look. Let their ass know that you love them and you need them. But just be careful with that love word, because that love word is dangerous. Oh, that love word is dangerous. I used to say that love word a lot, but it really was probably just lust and like. Yeah, the two L's, lust and like. Lust and like can get your feelings hurt. But I'm glad I'm not in my feelings about nobody. Mm-mm. Nobody. Not in my feelings. I ain't gotta deal. Look, it feels so good that you ain't gotta worry about nobody cheating on you. I'm just at a happy place. It feels so good that ain't nobody gotta cheat on me. I ain't gotta be just paranoid, wondering, mind racing and shit, you know, crying. Oh my goodness, I used to be a big crybaby a couple of years ago. But that look, I have that little phase of mine has came and left, and I'm so happy. I ain't there. I've been living my best, well, in my own little way, my best life without dealing with all of that. I don't want to deal with nobody that want to deal with other people. Ugh, yuck. I can't believe I went through that. I was so stupid back then. I was so stupid. But I learned from my stupidity. You know, I learned from laying down with devils. Ugh, and them devils will teach you something. And they definitely taught me on what I'm willing to on what I'm willing to accept and what I'm not willing to accept in today's time. Should have been accepting it back then. What the hell was wrong with me? I could beat my own ass. You know, I could, but you live and you learn and you go through these experiences for a reason. So when you get to a certain point in your life and a certain age, you won't be making those same decisions. I just so happy that I'm not making the same decisions as I once as I once did. Like I'm so happy that I'm growing and I'm moving forward in my life and not looking back. I'm so happy that I don't have to see anybody that I used to have communication with. I'm so happy. I don't see any of them. It's like they don't even exist to me. I don't even know. Look, I don't even know if the majority of them are even alive or dead. And I want to keep it like that. I want to keep it just like that because I don't need to. I don't need to have any dealings, communications with you. You know, even with the ones that I didn't. We didn't have a relationship with. We just more sort of a talking type of relation. But even when it comes to those type of people, those some of those motivational speakers, like hell, they don't even reach out to you. So it's like shit. I'm giving the same energy too. Shit, I'm not reaching out anymore. I'm not reaching out at all. It's clearly that you know y'all wanted something else that you couldn't get, and I wasn't willing. I wasn't willing to be a fool to give it to you or to do anything with you because I wasn't feeling you in that way. I'm just so happy that I'm breaking free from that cycle. It feels damn good. It feels damn good not to, I don't want to feel used. I don't feel used right now. I'm so happy. I feel filled up. Okay. I feel filled up with happiness and joy. I ain't got to be feeling used or nasty or having any regrets on, oh, I shouldn't have did that. I ain't got to say that. I ain't got to say that at all, baby. That ain't my song or my tune, baby. Feels good. It feels good. And I'm not judging anybody that has went through that, but I'm just only speaking for myself. Yes, indeed. But you guys, I'm gonna get up and out of here. I'm getting sleepy. Yes, indeed. I'm getting sleepy. And you guys have a wonderful night. I don't know. This video seemed like it was all over the place. It may need to go on private. But I thank you guys for coming through. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Cannonball. Somebody asked me, you guys, somebody asked before I go, somebody asked me where did I get my cannonballs from when I went to the doctor today. Like, I got it from my daddy's side. I'm not going to tell them the others. Well, I couldn't tell them the real thing because they don't need to know all that. Just know it came from my daddy's side. They are the cannons. I'm not really a cannon, baby. I'm something else. But it starts with a C, though. But oh yeah, and then before I go to you guys, how come when I went into the store today, I think I went to some tobacco store. How come someone gonna ask? Well, they was looking at me kind of hard. They said, "You look like someone that was in a movie in the '90s." Guess what they said? Can anyone guess who they were pertaining to? When it came to who they said I look like. Can anyone guess? I got 4 people here in the room. Can anyone drop down and guess to see? Mean to write? Well, really, can anybody drop down in the chat to write out what what name the person called me when they was trying to say I look like a person from the '90s? Can you figure out who was the person that they named that they named that they named that they say I look like? Who did? Can anybody name them? Can anyone name them? Because I bust out laughing. It was funny to me. But can anyone name them? I'm waiting. I want to know, can y'all guess this before I go? Can anyone name the name that someone named me? Well, name the person that they say I look like. Can anyone name them before I go? I'm waiting patiently. Can anyone name them? I wonder if someone is gonna drop down. Don't worry, I got a little time. I just want to see if someone. I just want to know someone. I just want to know if someone gonna guess it or not. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, I'm gonna give it 10 minutes. Or no, 10 seconds. I mean, let's see. No one's gonna drop down and guess what celebrity they said I look like. No one's gonna drop down and sing and make a guess. Come on now, can anyone make a guess? They said I look like somebody from the '90s. From the '90s. This should be an easy one for you guys. Because I'm sure some of you guys probably think that too as well. I hear it all the time. Well, if no one's gonna guess it, I guess I might say it. But if someone's gonna guess it, I'm waiting. What people that I resemble that are famous? Can anyone guess that? They are in music. That was one. That was one guess, right? I mean, well, that was a little bit of a easy teaser right there. Well, I guess no one wants to drop down, and they don't. You know, a lot of people want to be in your bushes. So okay, well, basically basically they were saying that I look like my brothers, my older brothers. Well, they really could be my older uncles. No, really my fathers, my father. But since we're not related, they are called uncles now. But yeah, a lady was saying, "Oh, I know who you look like. You look like Casey and JoJo." Oh my god, I just bust out laughing. I just couldn't believe it. Now, at first, I thought she was gonna say Dave Chappelle, but because people has told me I look like him too, but I don't see it. But yeah, I was hit with another Casey and JoJo. Now, if I would have had my glasses on, I really would have looked like them, you know, if I had my glasses on, but I didn't have. But mm, I think I'm gonna be here now for the rest of my life. I'm gonna have to get used to it. You know, I really could go as Halloween as one of them. Probably the one they got. Probably the one that's a little bit rounder. But you guys, I'm gonna get up and out of here. I'm gonna lay my ass down and get ready for tomorrow. I may have to walk somewhere for something. But yes, it's gonna be a busy day for me. So I'm out of here, you guys.